When officers arrived, they located a male who was suffering from an apparent gunshot wound. That male was taken to hospital in serious condition. That person was working, apparently, as a security guard at the residence. He was standing outside of the gates in front of the residence when the shooting occurred. We have individuals who obviously performed the shooting who were seen in a vehicle. I do not have a description of the vehicle or the suspects at this time. I cannot confirm if Drake was home at the time the incident occurred, but I can tell you that we are in contact with his team and they are cooperating.
Drake house got shot up. So, did the beef go too far? I ain't expect for Kendrick or Drake to really, I ain't expect for none of them to get hurt. I ain't expect for none of the people around them to get hurt. Like, nothing like physical. Like, obviously the emotional, maybe a little bit verbal abuse, but for it to escalate to this level, what y'all think? Do y'all think it's time to call the beef off? Like, cause I don't want to see nobody get hurt. I know y'all probably don't want to see nobody get hurt either. So, do y'all think that this went too far? What the reports is saying is basically that well, they actually saying that they don't know who did it. They don't got no evidence of the car. They don't got no evidence of the suspect. They saying basically pretty much somebody just came through, did a drive-by real quick pretty much, and one of Drake's security guards is the one ended up shot. So this situation is crazy because we in a time where hip-hop is supposed to be progressing to a new level. I mean, we got people who do stuff here and there, and we had some crazy situations like the Y.W. Melly situation, the Nipsey situation, the Chinks situation, you know, Pop Smoke situation. And I mean, we can go on for a long time. So I feel like ain't nobody think that this beef right here with Kendrick and Drake was gonna get to this point. Ain't nobody think this beef right here was gonna get to this point. And so for it to be to the point where bloodshed done happened, for it to be to the point where somebody done got hurt, somebody got really physically injured, it might be time to say that the beef done went too far. Drake, I seen a report, one of Drake's stores got vandalized. So yeah, it might be time to just say the beef went too far. And we gotta ask ourselves too, like, what do we really want to see from this beef? Like, what we expect from it? Me, initially when it first started, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna keep it 100. I felt like I was too mature for it. You know, I'm like, do I really care about a rap beef? At this point in my life, I really don't. I feel like I'm too mature to entertain something like that. And so, you know, one of the things that stood out to me is because, like, the duality of the battle. Like, it's you know, like, you know how they got the superhero movies and, you know, the representation, the symbolic representation of good and evil, you know, is always, like, looming in the air, you know. And in the entertainment industry, in the media industry, in the news circuit, like, good and bad is always something that's, like, thrown out there, you know, like Russia, Ukraine, you know what I'm saying? Like, stuff like that. Like, it's always a good and a bad, you know what I'm saying? Like, and so I looked at this situation as that's the way a lot of people took it, like a good and a bad, like, meaning they took it as Drake represent the bad and Kendrick represent the good, like a good and evil. Kendrick was good and Drake was evil. And so from that perspective, you know, I kind of was, looking at it through that lens a little bit, because from my understanding, if you look at Kendrick whole discography of work, right? Kendrick been an artist who always incorporated positivity into his music. He always incorporated substance into his music. He never sacrificed the substance in all his albums. Now, this is the situation that made J. Cole say he let Nas down. Because for some of the songs, J. Cole started sacrificing his artistic integrity, and he started making songs that didn't have a level of substance to it that you can consider progressive or positive. And so that's the reason J. Cole made the song Let Nas Down. But fast forward to catch us up with the situation with Drake. So a lot of people look at what Drake do with the nail polish, with the womanizing, you know, some of the other stuff that he do, and some people look at it, you know, like, okay, well, Drake ain't representing the culture in the right way. Like, Drake ain't putting enough consciousness, or he ain't putting enough positivity in his music, you know, it ain't thoughtful enough. You know, so that was kind of like the draw to the fight, you know what I'm saying? That was the good and evil, the good and the bad to the situation. Which, again, when you on the sidelines, it's almost like a football team. Like, it could be like, oh yeah, it's the Buccaneers. It could be like, oh yeah, it's the Buccaneers versus the Ravens, and you know, it could be a good and evil thing like that. Whoever you cheering for, you can root for them, root for the other team. So it was like, you know, friendly competition. Then it got real personal. Now it's, you know, people, family got put into it, and now it's at the point where somebody done ended up hurt. So what do y'all think about it? Let me know. Let's see where this go from here, man. Cause Kendrick been quiet, you know, after Drake release, and a lot of people saying that Drake release wasn't really, you know, it wasn't really no threat to what Kendrick put out. So yeah, then right after that, Drake house gets shot up. So yeah, let's see where this go, man. What y'all think about that?